My name is Ronnie Rickman. I am 23 years old from Colbert, Oklahoma. Right now I currently work at First United Bank in the Special Assets Department. I think that my occupation is going to help a lot to help kind of figure out when people are being truthful and when they're not. I deal with a lot of people who are maybe not telling the truth all the time, and so it's going to kind of help a little bit of discernment in that area. I actually came in second place in season 5, where Nate was the winner. Played a really, what I felt like, strong social game. Didn't get me the last man standing spot, but then I played the following season, made it to merge, and then after that was the first one voted out. I definitely think that there's a lot of joy that kind of comes from being considered for Battle of the Best, being considered one of the people that deserve the spot here. There's also a little bit of fear in, what do I expect from all these different people who are going to be competing that are also the best of the best. A lot of preparation came with watching previous videos of previous seasons, seeing how people reacted to certain situations, what their motives were for playing, and a lot of puzzle work, puzzle games, things like that to kind of get my mind tuned in for the different competitions that I know that we're going to be having. I've actually grew up watching Survivor, loved watching it every week when I was in high school. It wasn't until I got to college that I actually became a fan enough to understand what was happening and kind of look a little bit deeper into the moves that people were making and kind of really start to dig in a lot more into Survivor. I would say my greatest weakness would probably be trusting people a little too much. In my first game, everybody that I worked with I knew had my back. I played that way in my second game, however the people I was with did not translate that, and I was just way too trusting in the way that I worked with people, and I'm definitely going to watch that this time around. I think that I have the ability to win this time around just because in previous seasons it was very known from early on that I was a threat, and I think this time around that there are a lot bigger threats both socially and physically, that there's a good possibility that I can fly under the radar just long enough and then strike at the right time. Honestly, it's just going to be awesome to get to come out here and experience Survivor in a really true form, in the sense that this is going to be over multiple days. This is going to be over a very extended amount of time compared to the last games just kind of being back to back on everything. So it's going to be kind of cool to kind of get to see how that plays out and a little bit more behind the scene action on that. Man, all of the Survivor players that I just very much enjoy are very strong players, and their personality and the way that they play the game is something that I know that my personality won't allow for. So I'm just trying to come out here and play my own game in that sense and try not to come off too strong the way that all my favorite players do. One of the biggest things that's happened in my life that's kind of influenced who I am today was the passing of my grandfather, and just going through that process. He died of cancer about 3 years ago. It was a very difficult process, but it just taught me a lot of things about how to truly communicate with people every moment. They're not going to be there the next, but also having very difficult conversations regarding whatever's going on and not being afraid to let some of those emotions out at times. There's definitely a couple that I hope I see. I really want to see Ryan come back. She was in my second season I played. We have a great bond outside of the game that I know is something where we can communicate without actually talking. So I'm really hoping that plays some strengths. One person I definitely don't want to see come out is Abby. For whatever reason, me and her cannot click in anything that we do, whether it be Survivor or just normal game nights, and there's always backstabbing involved. And even though neither one of us are the biggest threats, I know that it's going to be one of those things where we come at each other immediately, and I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. I am just super excited to be here, and I'm really ready to get this game going and show that I have what it takes to win Battle of the Best.